Hello, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. So, today we are going to begin with our next topic, that is the articles. Have you heard this name before? Yes, we had heard this name before. So, let us see what is stored in for us today. Now, here you will find the examples A and the. Now, these are the articles. The adjectives a or an and the, they are called as articles. A and an are indefinite articles and the is the definite article. The article functions like adjectives. The indefinite article a or an can be considered to be an abbreviation of the demonstrative adjectives like these, this, that, and those. Adjectives a or an and the are usually called articles. They are really demonstrative adjectives. As earlier given example of the demonstrative adjectives, this, these, that, and those. Now here we can see that when you speak about a or an, these are called indefinite articles because it does not point out any particular or definite person or a thing. I saw a boy riding on an ass. Now, coming to the definite article, the is called the definite article because it is used when we speak of some particular person or a thing. This is the boy I saw. This is the ass I saw. So, here we are pinpointing at some particular boy. This is the boy I saw. This is the ass I saw. So, here I am speaking about some particular boy or some particular as. So this is called as a definite articles because we use it when we speak of some particular person or a particular thing. So usually students get confused that whether an article a and the, that is the indefinite articles and the definite articles, what is the difference? So let us see ahead and find out what is the difference. Now, in the articles, a, an, and the. An is used before the words beginning with the vowels a, e, I, o, u, and with nouns. That means when we use the words such as the as, action, ox, umbrella, idiot, egg. So these were now honest. Now, when we look at the sounds, wherever we find the sounds are there, so here it will begin with an. So an as, an action, an ox, an umbrella, an idiot, an egg, an honest person, an hour, an historical place, etc. The articles, now the rich, the dog, and before the superlative degree of adjectives, the best, the tallest. That means the articles are used, especially the is used just before the superlative degree of adjective. Now it can be used for many other also. For example, he is the best student of our class, or you can say it that it is the densest forest I have ever seen. You are the brightest. You are the brightest students of the class. So that means whenever there are certain superlative degrees used at that time, the is being used. Now, there are certain confusion that where to use a, an, or the. Now, if you look at this figure, now these are all articles. Definite articles and indefinite articles together make what we use it. That now we are coming to no articles. Now no articles, there are some cases where we omit article. That means in a sentence we do not use articles. When we had spoken about the indefinite article, that is the a or an, but if we look at this the, where we are using it now, for example, whenever you are using some superlative degrees, that is adjectives to be used, or some inventions, or the name of the rivers and seas, or for example when a singular noun is representing the whole class. For example, if I say the earthworm helps the farmers, I'm not speaking about one kind of the earthworm, but I'm speaking about the whole class of the earthworms. Or when I speak about the name of the rivers, the Ganges, the Red Sea, the Indian Ocean, the Alps, or certain name, that is the Times of India, the Indian Express. Now, in that case, we can use the, or for example, a unique, the noun that is unique, the earth, the moon, the Milky Way, the flute, the violin, the piano, the poor, the rich. So in that case, we use the as article. Now, when do we omit the articles? For example, when you have the exclamation plurals. Now, for example, if I say when when we are using this article, n- now here, for example, if I say that man is mortal. Now, in this example, when I said man is mortal, now when if I look in this example, now before the two common nouns, man and the woman, when we are using it as a whole mankind, at that time we never use the. That means here the or a or an, that means here we omit the article. Now before the common noun, which is used in the wider sense. For example, what kind of fruit is this? Now before the fruit, I never used a or an or the. Now even when I say, for example, here it is given people, countries, cities. If they are proper nouns, before that we never use it. Or for example, we speak English. Now even before the language, we never use article. That is, the articles are omitted. Lord Krishna, we never say the Lord Krishna. Or for example, Shakespeare, we never say the Shakespeare. So here, before the proper noun, we never use any article. Or for example, if I say that gold is very expensive nowadays. So gold is very expensive when I'm talking about that metal, but I never use a, an, or the. So coming to the next one. Now a. Where do you use a? Now we don't use before the countable or plural nouns. If noun starts with the consonant sounds B, C, D, going to F, G, H, J, K, etc. That goes on. Now, in your English, you have alphabets. Okay, you have 26 alphabets. From that, five are as vowels, and rest are consonants. So here, A is used just before the consonant sound. Just pay attention. It is consonant sound. It is not any other word. The pronunciation should be as such: a dog, a chicken, a boy, a teacher, a girl, a lesson, a website, etc. So here I'm talking about what? Which are not specific. These are not specific. Now coming to the second one, that is the an. Now an is used in the front of countable nouns which are not specific. Now here we don't use a you before uncountable or plural nouns. For example, now see here umbrella, an umbrella countable, an owl countable, an image countable, an hour countable, an enemy countable, an author countable. So here we are using in front of what? Countable nouns. And A we are using uncountable. Now coming to the. We use the in the front of all the nouns. It does not matter whether the nouns are singular, plural, countable or uncountable to describe someone or something specific or unique. Example, the moon, the world, the sun, the atmosphere, the rain, the south, the west, the north. So here we are using the in the case where you have certain superlative degrees when a singular noun is representing whole class. It is also used to denote a particular person, thing, or one already mentioned, or it can be used before the name of the rivers or places, islands, mountains, newspapers. It can be also used for the certain books, for example, the Ramayana, the Vedas, the Mahabharata, the Puranas, the epics, and even it can be used with the nouns that are unique, the earth, the moon, the sun, the Milky Way, etc. It can be used before the musical instruments. It can be used with the adjective representing a class of the person. For example, I said earlier, I had also explained the rich, the poor, the weak, the old. Coming to the difference between a and an. Now just remember a and an. The common thing is that both are indefinite articles. But here we are trying to find out what is the difference between a and an. Now a and an have the same meaning. Here it is given, but that is means same meaning. These are indefinite articles, but the difference depends on the sound at the beginning of the next word. When the next word starts with a consonant sound, it is, for example, a book. Now B, C, D, F, L, T, these are all consonants. A book, a car, a dog, a frog, a lemon. But when the next word starts with a vowel, for example, dash apple, I say, an apple because A, an egg, an insect, an orange, an umbrella, an actor. So here, when the vowels are being, the word begins with the vowels, we use an, otherwise we use A. Now be careful. The sound of the letter is important. See, again, I'm repeating here. We are paying attention to the vowel sound, not to the particular word. For example, a house, but an hour, an uncle, but a university. Now, if you look at these two examples, the H at the beginning of R is silent. We say R, we never say hour, we say R. And looking at this, an uncle, but a university. A university because the sounds, the university, the U at the beginning of the university sounds like you. Okay, so here it is a university, but uncle, a. So A, E, I, U, it depends upon the sound. Okay, now this rule applies to all the words after a and an, including adjectives, adverb. A cold day, an easy lesson, a very crazy person, an interesting class, as is mine who is watching this video. So let's move ahead. Now these are the examples. Now usages. Now when it is used, again I'm repeating, used before the words beginning with the consonant sound. A is used before the words beginning with the consonant sound. A man, a lamp, a cat. Now an is used before the words that begin with a vowel sound. An apple, an eraser, An umbrella. Now here a or an should agree with the first sound in the adjective or the adverb adjective combination which stands before the noun. An 80-year-old man, an a 80. So an is correct. A golden necklace, a pretty girl. Now use a before the words letter numbers which sounds like they begin with consonants even if the first letter is vowel. That means we are only paying attention to the sound. A euro, a university, a one. So here forget we usually use no article to talk about things in general. For example, milk is good for you, men are always fond of saucer. So in these examples, whenever we are speaking or when we are talking something in general, at that time we do not use any kind of articles. Now we do not use an article while talking about sports and game. For example, let's go and play basketball. Badminton is an indoor game. He loves to play table tennis. So, here in this case, whenever we are speaking or whenever we are talking about any sports or game, we never use any kind of article. Now, the rule number third says do not use an article before the names of the country unless the name suggests that the country is made up of small units or constituent parts. Now, here the examples are given: Japan, France, Italy, Bolivia, England. So, whenever we speak about, we say India, UK, so we never use any article. But here again, I'm repeating that we never use article before the names of the countries unless the name suggests that the country is made up of small units or the constituent parts. Coming to the next rule, do not use article before the name of the language. We are learning English. We are listening English. So we never say that we are learning the English. We are speaking the English. So we never use the article before the name of language. Then coming to the next rule, do not use article before the names of railway stations when they are also the place names. Whenever they are also the place names, we never use the article. Do not use article before noun plus number. For example, you will be leaving from gate 5 on the eastern concourse, or the laboratory is in room 6 on the third floor. So, whenever it is a noun plus number, we never use any kind of articles. Do not use article before noun plus number. For example, you will be leaving from gate 5 on the eastern concourse, or the laboratory is in room 6 on the third floor. So, whenever it is a noun plus number, we never use any kind of articles. So, here we find in a nutshell that the article the is omitted before the name of towns, name of countries, name of persons, name of peak or name of streets, name of the day or week, or the names of the month. In the names of the material, neither gold nor silver is to be found here. Clothes are made of cotton, silk, and wool. Even the abstract nouns used in general sense, for example, that the health is better than wealth, and then honesty is the best policy, wisdom is preferable to riches, arts and sciences. For example, I do not like to study mathematics. Painting is a fine art. So these are the various examples. So here we find that in these cases, the articles are being omitted.
So I hope that you all have understood the topic very well. If you like my educational video, kindly like it and subscribe it. Thank you, children. God bless you all.